Good afternoon, everybody. Colin here with iPodReviews.com, and I just finished installing my Intel 530 series solid state drive. So I'm just going to show you how quick things open up and stuff like that. I will do a speed test with my camera of the computer booting and stuff like that tomorrow, Friday, May 2nd. But as you can see, that pops right up, no problems. So does that. So if we go to storage right here, you can see Macintosh SSD, 240 gigabyte solid state SATA drive. I have 126 free, which is good. I used like 118 on my original drive. I still keep my videos on the 1 terabyte SATA disk, and then I keep my, that's where my Elgato records too. But I just wanted to explain how I did my data transfer to my SSD without having to have any cables or USB stuff like that. So what I did is I booted the computer into recovery. You can access disk utility just like this in recovery. It looks the exact same. What I did is I took, since this 160 gigabyte drive isn't large enough to hold all the stuff that was my original 750 gigabyte Seagate drive, I took it off. I formatted that. There was nothing on it. I took my video stuff and put it on the 160 gigabyte drive. And I moved my original drive to my 1 terabyte because there's like I said 118 gigabytes of stuff on it. Moved it to the 1 terabyte, and then took it out. Took the old hard drive out, put the solid state in, booted it back into recovery, and transferred it from the 1 terabyte to the SSD. And then now everything's back to normal. This now has the videos back on it, and this is now empty again. I was going to, since my Mac Pro has 4 bays, and I only have 3 hard drives in there, I was just going to do a direct transfer from the Seagate drive, which you just heard hit the thing, but whatever, it's junk anyway. I mean, it still works, but I don't really like Seagate drives, and I don't have a use for it anymore, but I was going to put it in the 4th bay and transfer it right to the SSD, and then just leave it in the 4th bay for extra storage. But the adapter that came with the SSD from Intel doesn't line up with the SATA ports don't line up with the connectors on the motherboard in the Mac Pro, because they're like, it's like set in a certain way. You have to put it in the little metal rail thing and then slide it in. So they didn't line up, so I couldn't do that. But that is how I transfer right there. It was pretty easy. It took me about like an hour, 30 minutes both ways. I'll fully close Safari and open it, and like I said, I'm running screen cap, obviously. But it opens right up. Computer boots in about 8 seconds. Everything opens right up. I'll open a big file like Final Cut Pro. Let me just get rid of the stuff in Final Cut Pro. And get rid of the footage in Final Cut Pro, so it's just a fresh open with nothing in it. Final Cut Pro usually does take a few seconds to open, about 30 seconds to open on a normal drive, so we're going to see how fast it does on the old SSD. It does have a lot of files to load. Usually you can see it start loading right there when it does. There it goes. And as you can see, it pretty much, once it starts loading the files, it actually pretty much just loads instantly and pops right up. So you can see, if I do it again, it'll probably open a little bit faster. Pretty much instant. The second time you open it, after you open it a couple times, the computer booted. So Final Cut's pretty much instant, which is really awesome. As you can see, I will be doing a speed test tomorrow of the boot times and stuff like that. This has been Colin with iOpera Reviews. Please comment, rate, and subscribe.